Would you rather trust a man who has never failed, or a man who has failed 1,000 times? The people of Oko chose the winner, and it almost cost them everything. This is the story of Jaja, the man who built his greatest success out of the very bricks that had crashed to the ground. If you're currently facing adversity, this story will change how you look at your mistakes forever. You are welcome to Silent True Lessons, an educational storytelling channel that teaches English and life lessons through relatable, inspirational, and motivational stories. We promise that you will learn a lot from our stories. Subscribe to this channel to enjoy our stories regularly. In the small, dusty village of Oko, there were two builders. One was named Kojo, and the other was named Jaja. Kojo was a man of many words. He wore the brightest clothes and had the loudest laugh. He told everyone, "I am the greatest builder in the land. My walls are straight, and my roofs are beautiful." Because Kojo was so confident, the villagers gave him all the big jobs. They cheered for him and called him a genius. Jaja, on the other hand, was a man of silence. He lived at the edge of the village in a small hut. Jaja didn't look like a great builder. In fact, most people thought he was a failure, because Jaja's yard was filled with broken bricks and fallen walls. Every time Jaja tried to build something new, it seemed to fall down. The children would pass his house and laugh. "Look at Jaja," they would shout. "He failed again. He can't even build a simple wall." Jaja never shouted back. He would just kneel in the dirt, pick up a broken piece of clay, and look at it closely. He was asking himself, why did this break? Was the mud too dry? Was the foundation too thin? While Kojo was busy celebrating his success, Jaja was busy studying his failures. One year, the king of the region sent a message to Oko. "The great rains are coming," the messenger said. "The old wooden bridge over the Black River is rotting. I need a new bridge built of stone. It must be strong enough to carry the village cattle and survive the floods." The village elders immediately chose Kojo. "Kojo is a winner," they said. "Jaja is just a man who fails." Kojo began to build. He used shiny white stones and decorated the sides with beautiful carvings. He finished the bridge in record time. "Look," Kojo boasted. "My bridge is a masterpiece. It is perfect." The king's advisor came to inspect the work. He saw Jaja standing near the river, poking the mud with a stick. "What are you doing, Silent One?" the advisor asked. Jaja looked up. "The river is changing," he said quietly. "The water is deeper than it looks. We must prepare for adversity." The advisor tilted his head. "That is a big word, Jaja. What does it mean?" Jaja pointed to the dark clouds on the horizon. "Adversity means a difficult time or a great trouble. It is when life tests you with something hard. A bridge built only for sunshine will not survive the adversity of the flood." Kojo laughed so hard he nearly fell over. "Jaja, you only talk about trouble because you are a failure. My bridge is perfect. It does not fear your adversity." 3 weeks later, the sky turned black. The rain didn't just fall. It poured like a waterfall for 3 days and 3 nights. The Black River, usually a quiet stream, turned into a roaring monster. It carried uprooted trees and heavy rocks. The villagers stood on the banks, watching in fear. Kojo's beautiful bridge began to shake. The shiny white stones started to crack. Because Kojo had built it to look good, he hadn't realized that the ground underneath was soft. Crack! With a sound like thunder, Kojo's perfect bridge snapped in half and was swept away by the water. Kojo fell to his knees in the mud, crying. His success had vanished in an instant. But then, the villagers looked further down the river. There, Jaja had spent his own time building a small, ugly-looking dam and a secondary path. It wasn't pretty. It was made of the same bricks that had failed him many times before. Jaja had used his failed designs to create a shape that allowed the water to flow through the structure instead of fighting against it. He had learned from his broken walls that if you fight the force, you break. But if you guide the force, you survive. The water roared, but Jaja's work held firm. He used his rough stones to create a safe path for the people and their cattle to cross. When the sun finally came out, the king himself rode into Oko. He saw the ruins of Kojo's beautiful bridge and the sturdy, safe path built by Jaja. The king called Jaja forward. "They told me you were a failure," the king said. Jaja bowed his head. "I have failed many times, my king. But each failure told me a secret about the earth and the water. Kojo only knew how to win, so he didn't know what to do when he started to lose. I have lost so much that I finally learned how to stand firm." The king smiled. "From now on, you shall be the chief builder. For a man who has learned from his mistakes is a man who can never be truly defeated." Here are some true life lessons from the story. 1. Don't fear mistakes. Mistakes are like a teacher. Every time you get something wrong, you are actually learning how to get it right. 2. Hard times will come. Don't just prepare for the good days. Like the bridge, you must be ready for adversity, hard times. 3. Silence is strength. You don't need to shout to be important. While Kojo was talking, Jaja was thinking and learning. 4. Growth takes time. You cannot build a strong life in one day. It takes many broken bricks and many tries to build something that will last forever. We have some questions for you. If you were an elder in the village, would you have picked Kojo for his confidence or Jaja for his quiet experience? Think about a time you failed at something. Looking back today, what is the one secret or lesson that failure taught you? We learned the word adversity, hard times. Can you write a sentence using this word in the comments? I will heart the best ones. Why do you think Kojo felt the need to brag so much? Does bragging ever make a person's work stronger? If you could give Jaja one piece of advice at the start of the story when everyone was laughing at him, what would it be? Before you go, I want to hear from you. This story shows that failure isn't the end, it's the teacher. Are you currently facing a broken brick in your life? Drop a comment below and let's encourage each other. And don't forget to subscribe to Silent True Lessons for more wisdom every week. Until the next video, goodbye.